Om Namo Narayanaaya. 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 Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, prayers, Sankalpa, chanting of Upanishad mantra, and studying Upanishad. Good that you are there every day, even though we are not in an ashram where in all aspects we are so protected so that single pointedly we can only do the spiritual things. Instead of that, we are in our own various given and self chosen endeavors, activities, some of them may be even duties. In spite of all of that, if you are able to maintain being in these various places wherever you are, the interest to the study of the Shastras, it is commendable, it is laudable, good. So we are in the right path, right track. If this coming to the classes is unconsciously happening, then it is the grace. If it is consciously happening, then it is our own Purushartha. Let both of them happen in our life. Let us pray to the Divine to bless us so that we don't miss these classes for any of our unknown reasons, uncontrollable reasons. So too let us be conscious also in planning ourselves in such a way that we are here every day to study these Upanishads. Now, the Upanishad study is the only way to again and again remind us and direct us towards the ultimate. So, in the initial days, everything will be hasty, not clear, etc. But as the time passes, as we are regular, sincere, like in any other profession also, if we are sincere, the understanding, the maturity are sure things to happen. Here also, those understandings, those clarities keep coming. If still they are not coming, means some more efforts are have to be put. That's all. More than that, we need not worry कि ये नहीं हो रहा हो रहा है होने वाला है. So let that faith be there, let that confidence be there, let that be conscious effort be there, let the blessings also be there. So here we are in that Shwethashwathara Upanishad, one more reminder or one more way of telling about the truth, inspiring about the truth, putting us again in that path. You don't go anywhere, pursue only this. This is the way you have to live your life. Like a very loving parents to the children, in so many ways they keep on educating them to ensure that the children are on the right path. There are many parents they don't even care जो है तो है और अपने प्रारब्ध से वो अच्छे पलते हैं. Parents don't even care. In some cases, only one of the parent cares. But imagine if both parents together are planning to take care of the child and educating him every day with all the love as to how the life has to be lived, etc. How beautiful, how fortunate is that child. So to hear the Shruti Mata and the Rishi together are like the parents lovingly telling us every day about this truth. That's the beauty of all these Upanishads. We are studying, still things not happening. Some prarabdhas we have to go through, some maturities we have to gain, some adjustments still we have to make in ourselves. Let us think about that also as the time comes. Now let us start with our Vedic chanting. We will conclude the ninth mandalam today, even if it takes 1 or 2 minutes extra. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणं ऋग्वेदः नवममण्डलम् अथ चतुरधिकशततमानुवाकादारभ्य ॐ सखाय आनिषीदत पुनानाय प्रगायत शिशुं न यज्ञैः परिभूषत श्रिये समी वत्सं न मातृभिः सृजता गयसाधनम् देवाव्यं मदमभिद्विषवसं पुनाता दक्षसाधनं यथा शर्धाय वीतये यथा मित्राय वरुणाय शन्तमः अस्मभ्यन्त्वा वसुविदमभिवाणीरनुषत गोभिष्ठे वर्णमभिवासयामसि स नो मदानां पत इन्दो देवप्सरा असि सखेव सख्ये गातुवित्तमो भव स नेमि क्रुध्य स्मदारक्षसं चिदत्रिणम् अपादेवं द्वयुमं हो युयोधिनः 105 तं वः सखायो मदाय पुनानमभिगायत शिशुं न यज्ञैः स्वदयन्त गूर्तिभिः संवत्स इव मातृभिरिन्दुर्हिन्वानो अज्यते देवावीर्मदो मतिभिः परिष्कृतः अयं दक्षाय साधनोऽयं शर्धाय वीतये अयं देवेभ्यो मधुमत्तमस्तुतः सुतः गोमन्न इन्दो अश्ववत्सुतः सुदक्षधन्वा शुचिन्ते वर्णमधिगोषु दीधरम् स नो हरीणां बत इन्दो देवप्सरस्तमः सखेव सख्ये नर्यो रुचे भवान् स नेमि त्वमस्मदा अदेवं कंचिदत्रिणम् स्वाहा इन्दो परिबाधो अपद्वयुम् 106 इन्द्रमच्छ सुता इमे वृषणं यन्तु हरयः सृष्टिजाता न इन्दवः स्वर्विदः अयं भराय सानसिरिन्द्राय भवते सुतः सोमो जैत्रस्य चेतति यथा विदे अस्येदिन्द्रो मदेष्वाग्राभं गृह्णीत सानसिं वज्रं च वृषणं भरत्समप्सुजित प्रधन्वासो मजागृविरिन्द्रायेन्दो परिस्रवा द्युवन्तं शुष्ममाभरा स्वर्विदम् इन्द्राय वृषणं मदं पवस्व विश्वदर्शदः सहस्रयामापतिकृद्विचक्षणः अस्मभ्यं गातुवित्तमो देवेभ्यो मधुमत्तमः सहस्रं याहि पतिभिः कनिक्रदत पवस्व देववीतय इन्दो धाराभिरोजसा आकलशं मधुमान् सोमनस्सदः तव द्रप्सा उदप्रुत इन्द्रं मदाय वावृधुः त्वां देवासो अमृताय कम्पवुः आनः सुतास इन्दवः पुनानादावतारयिम् वृष्टिद्यावोरीत्यापस्वर्विदः सोमः पुनान ऊर्मिणाभ्यो वारं विधावते अग्रे वाच पवमानः कनिक्रदत धीभिर्हिन्वन्ति वाजिनं वने क्रीडन्तमत्यविम् अभित्रिपृष्ठं मतयः समस्वरन् असर्जिकलशागम् अविमीढे सप्तिर्नवाजयुः पुनानो वाचं जनयन्न शिष्यदत पवते हर्यतो हरिरतिहरांसि रम्या अभ्यर्षन्नो अभ्यर्षन् सोत्तो अभ्यर्षन् स्तोतृभ्यो वीरवद्यशः कयापवस्वदेवयुर्मधोर्धारा असृक्षता रेभन् पवित्रं पर्येषि विश्वदः 107 1 second. There are many, so we cannot do all of them today. 12, 113, 114. Oh, only 107 we can see. One more big one. Krishna. Om Paritoshинчада Sudam Somoya Uttamam Havihi Dadanvayo Naryo Apsvantara Sushava Somamadrivihi Nunam Punano Viviparisravadabda Suravintaraha Sute Chitvapsumadamo Andasa Srinanto Goviruttaram Parisuvanaschakshase Devamadana Kraturindur पुनानः सोमधारयापो वसानो अर्षसि आरत्नधायोनिमृतस्य सीदस्युत्सो देवहिरण्ययः दुहान ऊधर्दिव्यं मधुप्रियं रत्नं सदस्तमासदत आपृच्छ्यं दरुणं वाज्यर्षतिनृभिर्धूरो विचक्षणः पुनानः सोमजागृविरव्यो वारे परिप्रियः त्वं विप्रो अभवोऽङ्गिरस्तमो मध्वा यज्ञं मिमिक्षसः सोमो मीढ्वान् भवते गातुवित्तम ऋषिर्विप्रो विचक्षणः त्वं कविरभवो देववीतमासूर्यं रोहयो दिवि सोम उषुवाणस्तोतृभिरधि रवीणाम् अश्वयेव हरितायाति धारया मन्द्रयायाति धारया अनूपे गोमान् गोभिरक्षाः सोमो दुग्धाभिरक्षाः समुद्रं न संवरणान्यग्मन्मन्दी मदायतोषते आसोमसुवानो अद्रिभिस्थिरो वाराण्यव्यया जनो न पुरिचम्वोर्विषद्धरिः सदो वनेषु दधिषे समामृजेतिरो अण्ड्वानिमेष्यो मीढे सप्तिर्नवाजयुः अनुमाद्यः पवमानो मनीषिभिः सोमो विप्रेभिर्वृक्वभिः प्रसोमदेववीतये सिन्धुर्न विप्ये अर्णसा हंसोः पयसा मदिरो न जागृविरच्छाकोशं मधुश्चुदम् आहर्यतो अर्जुने आत्के अव्यतप्रिय सूनूर्नमर्जः तमीं हिन्वन्त्यपसो यथा रथं नदीष्वागभस्त्योः हविसोमास आयवः पवन्ते मद्यं मदं समुद्रस्याधिविष्टपि मनीषिणो मत्सरासस्वर्विदः तरत्समुद्रं पवमान ऊर्मिणा राजा देव ऋतं बृहतो हर्षन्मित्रस्य वरुणस्य धर्मणा प्रहिन्वानऋतं बृहतो नृभिर्येमानो हर्यतो विचक्षणो राजा देवः समुद्रियः इन्द्राय पवते मदः सोमो मरुत्वते सुतः सहस्रधारो अत्यव्यमर्षति तमी रुजन्त्यायवः पुनानाश्चमो जनयन्मतिं कविः सोमो देवेषु रण्यते अपो वसानः परिगोभिरुत्तर सीदन्वनेष्वव्यथ तवाहं सोमरारणसख्य इन्दो दिवे दिवे पुरोणि बभ्रो निचरन्ति मामव परिधीरतिता इहि उताहं नक्तमुत सोमते दिवा सख्याय बभ्र ऊधनी गृणादबन्धमति सूर्यं परश्शकुना इव सप्तिमा भृज्यमानः सुहस्त्य समुद्रे वाचमिन्वसि रयिं पिशङ्गं बहुलं पुरुस्पृहं पवमानाभ्यर्षसि वृजानो वारे पवमानो अव्यये वृषावचक्रधो वने देवानां सोमपवमाननिष्कृतं गोभिरञ्जानो हर्षसि पवस्ववाजसातयेऽपि विश्वानि काव्या त्वं समुद्रं प्रथमो विधारयो देवेभ्यः सोममत्सरः स तु पवस्व परिपार्थिवं रजो दिव्या च सोम धर्मभिः त्वां विप्रा सोमतिभिर्विचक्षणशुभ्रं हिन्वन्ति धीतिभिः पवमाना असृक्षत पवित्रमतिधारया मरुत्वन्तो मत्सरा इन्द्रिया हया मेधामभिप्रयांसि च अपोवसानः परिकोशमर्शन्तीन्दुर्हियानः सोऽतृभिः जनयन् ज्योतिर्मन्दना अवीव शद्गाः कृण्वानो नो निर्निजौ ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः Shanti. Good. Sri Rama Rakshamam Pahimam. Yes, friends, in our today's simple common sense thoughts on our two, first and foremost is from our mind and heart. Let us remove these feelings and aspects of struggles, toughnesses, competitions, quarrels, fightings, and then trying to defeat others, etc. All these are the ones which take away this ability, the energies from our personality. Let everything be done in a friendly manner, in a calm and cool composure. We are here neither to argue with anyone, nor to fight with anyone, nor to defeat anyone. We are here for our own truthfulness, for our own victory, our victory without defeating anyone, our success without making others fail, our achievements without someone else's any types of loss. That's how our attitude should be cool and calm. Whether it is with the family members at home, we are not there to argue with them, to show our supremacy, to dominate them, to defeat them, and to show that they are useless or good for nothing or lower than us or lesser than us. If at all such of the negativities are there in us, signs of ego, all of them, we can outrightly reject them. When we are in this world, we are together with everyone. We are cooperative, we are coordinating, we are wanting to achieve things together wherever the goals are common. Whenever we are with the world, we must have common goals. And genuinely, sincerely, we do our best to achieve those goals. There is no need of any clash of ego, at least from our side. And wherever, whenever anything such quarrel clash happens, stoop to conquer. Because, first of all, after all, overall, above all, our peace of mind is more precious, valuable than anything in this world. Our conservation of energies is more important to us. Our, from our side, not giving any chance for any bitterness or enmity with anyone. We may be right, that's okay. We may be kya, we must be right. There is no alternative in that. And yet, there is another right thing, other than what we are right, is the other living beings with their own limitations, with their own inner lots of struggles, pains, etc. So when we are with them, it's not a combat that we are fighting them, defeating. Like the doctor has all his knowledge, medicine, but there is a patient suffering so much. The doctor cannot argue with all his medical knowledge to defeat that patient there, that you are wrong. He'll have to have that love, the kindness, the compassion to be able to listen, understand that patient's pain and his various other limitations. In spite of all of that, if he is a true signed doctor, mature doctor, should aim at taking care of that patient and give the best of treatment. So let us be not the patients in the world, rather let us be the doctors in the world. If he is not a doctor like that, he is not a doctor only. In the same way, idea is what? We are not here to defeat anyone, not to conquer anyone, but we are here to succeed. Succeed in our dharma, succeed in our prema, succeed in our seva, succeed in our bhakti, succeed in our adhyatmikata, etc. That goal is always there. Same time, such a huge world with so many of secrets or uncertainties. Anytime, every time. Every time we feel like we have to fight, we have to defeat. Isn't it? Fight with the wife, shout at her. Fight with the servants, shout at them. Fight and shout at the driver. ऐसा नहीं होता. लाइफ फिर हमेशा दुखी दुखी रहता हो. People keep on committing mistakes. Like we were going on doing. And we may do many things correct. But that is correct in our opinion. Ask others. For them it may be wrong. Like such a correct thing you are doing to come to the class. But to our children it is wrong. Why papa is going to the class? They think it is not right. And they say, why you get up morning and go to class? Get up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Lovingly they give suggestion. And certainly something happens to you, let us say, ill health. And they tell it's because of your class that your health is spoiled. अगर वो स्वामी के क्लास में नहीं जाते होते और स्पिरिचुअल कैंप में नहीं जाते होते तो आपको ये बीमारी नहीं होती है. डॉक्टर ने भी कहा, isn't it? आप आधा घंटा बैठे हो क्लास में इसलिए आपको कमर में दर्द हुआ. एंड इवन इफ यू टेल दे डोंट अग्री, मैं कहाँ बैठा था, मैं तो सो रहा था क्लास में. दे वोंट अग्री. So, what we think is right is sometimes maybe not right for others, just like for us also, many things done by others are not right. है ना? Yes, we have to protect our interests, our necessities, not desires. Huh? We have to take care of those minimum things. But other than that, charity can dunya. Is it our goal to improve the world? Anna, can anybody improve the world? Nobody, because it's already improved. And there is somebody who is monitoring God. Why make him unemployed by ourselves engaging in it? So that feeling of anguish, anger, that restlessness, that कैसे मैं उसको डिफीट करूं, इसको हरा दूं, उसके ऊपर जीत पाऊं. With the people we have that. No need. ठीक है, सब ठीक है बस. And जब का तब, sort it out and throw it away. Another thing is, don't carry the load. Don't put for the future any of the issues. First of all, there should not be issue. That much wise we have to be. If at all something rises, rakes up, which is not in our control, उसको वहीं sort out. At least बाहर sort out नहीं हुआ because others carry the load of it. Inside you sort it out. Inside sorting out. Like somebody's done a mistake and deliberately he has done, he knows it, I know it, and it caused some suffering to me, hurt who I am, mujhe, he has done. So I will not carry the load. At that moment it happened. Okay. So even after 2 days, if he comes and says sorry, I say, मैं तो तभी भूल गया. As much you had your ego and choice and right felt to hurt me, so much I exercised my choice of forgiving you and forgetting the incident. See the beauty. How noble it is, how great it is. नहीं तो कितने लोगों के द्वारा किए हुए कितने गलतियों को कब तक भोज के रूप में मतलब उठाते जाते हो उस बोझ. सॉर्ट इट आउट. हो गया बस खत्म बात. है ना? Not like the modern couple that with one fighting they go to the court and get divorced. The old couple, they have everyday new and new issues to fight. And still they are together only to fight because they know nobody will tolerate them because they trained each other. So they cannot be without each other. So therefore they love each other also. Then when he goes to camp, she says, मैं भी आऊंगी. क्यों? फिर मैं किससे लड़ूं? And then Then in the camp, they don't attend classes. Yeah, late. क्या हुआ मेडिटेशन कर रहे थे हाँ स्वामी जी व्हाट मेडिटेशन कंटिन्यूइंग जो घर में चल रहा है so these two very important things one of we are not here to defeat anyone that's a wrong thought सब में भगवान है that's our practice in every form he is coming so let me recognize in him every form through every situation he is coming reject to see anything other than God. Insist to see only God. And even in that effort, we are defeated. We have lost. What are the things we are defeated in? Which is the thing we are lost in? Only in our ego or maybe some monetary losses, something like. But the gain is we practice the presence of God. Can there be anything greater than this? It has to click to us. Second is clear the issues there and then. Need not post. हो गया तो हो गया बस. Many a times don't be alert that that issue should not happen. तुरंत टेक इनिशिएटिव सारी कह दो निकल जाओ कोई भी चीज रुक कर आर्ग्यू करते हुए मैं करेक्ट हूं प्रूव करने का कोई लायक नहीं है इस जगत isn't it people want you are sorry they are so egoistic say and go ahead isn't it? Otherwise, you are not sadhak in this world. Because how much ever you argue, you will be defeated. Unfortunately or fortunately, you being spiritual, you can't be continuously strong and egoistic. The other fellow is not spiritual. He has no decency. Therefore, they'll raise the voice. They'll start using abuses. So one day, one time, you have to bend down only. हारना ही पड़ता है आपको अपने बच्चों के सामने या पड़ोसी के सामने या रोड पे कोई यूजलेस फेलो You can't win anybody as a spiritual seeker in the world outside by fighting or arguing. Lord will not allow you. So the best way is what? Accept the defeat in the beginning only by saying sorry. Because that's not our goal. Point is this. है ना? But Swamiji, you know, I am Satya. Is what you are Satya? You are Brahman only. That's only Satya. Everything is a Satya. है ना? But you know, if I am not there to tell, who will tell him and all? The world will tell, God will tell. Don't be the savior of the world. World will savior you, savor you. Same way, not postponing or not holding on to anything. So beautiful this thought is. Don't hold the grudges to anyone, any ill feeling to anyone. मा विद्विषावहै बस खत्म वहीं का खेल उस समय में हो गया. This is one thing today. Second one is what you see our great gurus, rishis, masters. Simply, discussion is how many of the hardships they have gone through. One, for themselves to realize the truth. Two, to bring that truth to the cognition of all the subsequent generation of jivas, samsaris, shishyas, sadhakas. How many aspects they have to take care of, isn't it? First of all, to be able to do all sadhanas A to Z, one has to be fit physically. So they have to be fit all the time, isn't it? So to be fit physically, more than things to consume, we have the things to sacrifice only. Then only will be fit any time of the period of the history. If they were gluttonous like us, without control, consuming anything available, including tissue paper on the table, their mind would have been always on the consumption only, and whole body would have been out of shape and control like ours. They took care of it all through because Sharira Madhyam Khalu, Dharma Sadhanam, and in brackets, Moksha ke liye to some extent. Isn't it? Then they took care of their every of the outer duties. How tough it is to perform the duties, isn't it? We have to come out of our laziness on a regular basis, and the unknown troubles, difficulties, problems that crop up. उन सबको मैनेज करते हुए, it's like driving on a busy road. You are driving good, but then the other fellows also come. You have to manage not to hit him and harm him and yourself. That's more tough than your own driving. Your driving is your dharma. But a part of that dharma is what you have to negotiate with the other things too. So, how much they have managed their dharma, their responsibilities towards everyone. It's not one day खत्म हो गया. हर दिन तबीयत का भी हर दिन का टेक केयर करना है. Doing the dharma every day, every moment's work. Managing the people outside all the time. In spite of that, managing our mind, which is more tougher than anything else, to keep it inspired all the time, to be on the Adhyatmika path. How difficult it must have been. But they have achieved it. As much difficult it is in the mind to keep up that inspiration, much more difficult is for the intellect to continuously focus on the truth and the samadhanam aspect. Sarvada sthapanam buddhehe shuddhe brahmani sarvatha. Just see the amount of self management they might have had. They had to be focusing on the inquiry about the truth with their buddhi all the time. Do you feel that great sacrifice of so many comforts, etc., and great hardships they might have gone through? And no facilities like ours today. We have anything to get online now. कहीं जाने की भी जरूरत है. उनको हर एक चीज उनको ही लाना है. You just go to bathroom, open the tap, पानी आता है. वहाँ ऐसा नहीं है. They have to go to the river there every time for everything. Isn't it? For everything there were difficulties. Everything used to consume the time, energy, etc. Idea is what? Why we are discussing all it is? In that way, remembering those great saints and trying to think and understand how much hard work they must have done for their own realization and then starting their own ashram, then maintaining the disciples and communicating to them all this knowledge. कितना महान काम उन्होंने किया होगा, remembering all that, then getting inspired from it, then understanding and accepting the necessity of it in our life also. Every of those things we also have to manage, every of the aspects. Have we in that way thought? Have we understood? Have we started consciously? And there is one thing, victimized by our upadhis. Then complaining, then suffering, and then saying, आज मेरा तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, मेरा मूड ठीक नहीं है, मेरा मन ठीक नहीं है, मुझे नींद आ रहा है. These are all being victimized. That everybody does. That's the lowest level. What we are discussing it, what we ourselves are taking charge to maintain, to manage, to master every of these things, not getting victimized by them. And then, with the mastery of each of them, we are also pursuing relentlessly our adhyatmic sadhana. Isn't it? Mainly, consistently focusing on the Atma Vastu, the Tattva, taking the help of the Upanishad because they only remind us in a correct manner. If the Upanishads are mastered, if the crux or the essence is gained, like we are seeing even in both Brahma Jnana Valimala as well as Rudrashtakam. So they are the texts which are summarizingly telling us. They are telling the summary of the Tattva or Atma Jnana on which we have to do the Manana Nididhyasana. If you got it, good. Else, keep on studying Shastra. That becomes source for us to remind, and then that struggle, that hardship, that mehnat, what we are doing, as done by them. है ना? Only complaints, only justifications, only succumbing to the influences like a helpless victim. Are we like that still? Or slowly we are waking up, rising up, and then planning well, gathering the sufficient wisdoms, resources, subtle resources, the convictions, the commitments, the संकल्प शक्ति विल पावर कहते हैं, इन सबको यूज करते हुए एक एक कदम आगे बढ़ना है ना. स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी इज लाइक ए फुल्ली लोडेड cart, bullock cart, with the stones etc. heavily. If it has to go in the road which is little upper, आप देखते हो ना कितना मुश्किल होता है. Even with all the modern days technology, still there are some bulls have to pull that cart with loads. There are so many lakhs and lakhs India में तो rickshaw pullers still putting such a heavy load in their rickshaw and they have to pull it हायर altitude में. इतना मुश्किल होता है. एक एक कदम सांस को रोकते हुए पाँव को, है ना. सो टू इन द पहाड़ी एरिया में या तीर्थ यात्रा में जो डोली वाले होते हैं, पालकी वाले, एक एक कदम. स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज ऑल्सो लाइक दैट. एक एक कदम इज ए स्ट्रगल ऑफ सो मेनी टाइप्स, है ना. याद नहीं रहते मंत्र, बोर हो जाता है स्पिरिचुअलिटी में, कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है, श्रद्धा चली जाती है अबाउट द गुरु और द होल spirituality itself. We may lose shraddha. So many things happen. Then nobody is there to help us in this, encourage us in this. We are always left alone. And the other necessity of life है कि नहीं, करंट का बिल भरना होता है, मेडिकल चेकअप के लिए करना जाना होता है, घर को साफ सुथरा रखना होता है. सी वन लाइफ वन डे few hours with so many troubles, problems, difficulties, even to manage our life. In spite of all of that, amidst all of that only, we have to find the energy, the inspiration, the maturity, etc., to be able to do the required sadhanas, negotiate to do sadhana. That's how they have done. That's how everybody had to do. That is how for us also. Means taking it simply, taking it lightly, allowing it, you know, that it's not happening. You just to be in that mood, then kuch bhi hoga nahi spirituality. We can't take it lightly. We have to take it seriously, sincerely. We cannot allow the situations always to dominate us and say that मेरे से ये नहीं होता, मेरे से वो नहीं होता. देन जिन्होंने किया है उनको कैसे हुआ? करने से ही हुआ ना, कि अपने आप हुआ? लगी वैसे मेरे से सुबह उठना नहीं होता, तो कब तक? बिग क्वेश्चन इट इज. कब तक? मैं क्लास में नहीं आऊंगा. कब तक? लाइक घर में भोजन नहीं करूंगा नहीं. कब तक नहीं करोगे? तो जैसे जीने के लिए भोजन करना आवश्यक है, you cannot say eternal I can't eat. So to for the moksha, only way is spiritual sadhana. अब कब तक नहीं करोगे? And this doubt was there even in those who have done and achieved. But they answered it. That question of kab tak ko. Then they said enough of it. Now I have to roll up my sleeves, lighten my belts and take the initiatives and start doing. So always doing and failing is better than failing in not doing, failing by not doing. ले लो अपने हाथ में हर एक चीज को, धीरे 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 धीरे, है ना. फ्रॉम द स्टेट ऑफ not at all doing to, and the next state of doing when somebody is saying, then to the next state of ourselves doing, then to the next state of ourselves doing in spite of all odds and difficulties. We have to climb to that level. Please remember, not only in spiritual field, in every field, achievers are like this only. And everyone who are not like this are surely the failures, the non-achievers. You know, sports personality. How when all have started at one time the career, some have achieved, some failed. In a, let us say, other entertainment industry. How some achieved, some failed, or in the outer professions. One class students only medical. सब 50 एक ही क्लास के थे. How some became such great doctors of society serving, and the others stuck up there. Everywhere you see ना in the fields में achievers का अलग ही फ्लेवर होता है, अलग ही अंदाज होता है उनका, अलग ही आउटलुक होता है. Are we in that mood of achievers, or we are always the gate crashers, or not even the takers of initiative? It is tough. It is more tough if you don't do. If you keep on doing, then the habit of going through the toughness happens. Then it's no more that much tough. That's how it is. There's nothing easy. है ना? क्या भगवान कृष्ण को गीता सुनाना अर्जुन के लिए वो उतना इजी था क्या? खुद ही कानून बाद में अर्जुन ने पूछा दोबारा. आई डोंट रिमेम्बर, आई कांट टेल यू. आई वाज इन डिफरेंट टफ मूड दैट टाइम. नो अवतार, नो ऋषि मुनि, that it was a easy play. है ना? मत्स्य कूर्म वराह नारसिंह, कौन सा अवतार कि क्या चीज बिना मेहनत का हुआ बताओ? In which of the rishis, the Vedavyasas, the Shukadevas, the Adya Shankaras, have they not gone through those hardships? ऐसे हुआ क्या सब कुछ? We do zero effort and say that results are not coming and justify. And nobody can scold us. We have very sentimental, soft ego. We become miserable, we become sad. Arey, very funny creatures. Anyway, big subject that is. We can write volumes of books about how funny each one of us are. But then the second thought is crucial, wherein ready to go through, ready to take up hardships in doing everything. जब करना है तो ये मुश्किल ही होता है. जो जो मुश्किल है उसको आसान करो. उपासना करना है तो मुश्किल होता है वो. जो जो मुश्किल है उसको करते हुए आसान बनाओ. Coming to the class regularly is a मुश्किल. But you have to manage yourself. What are so very necessary for spiritual unfoldment, all of them we have to find the inner techniques and knacks to inspire ourselves to take initiatives and do them. Then the next stage of doing them wholeheartedly, doing them joyfully, the doing itself should give us fulfillment. All of them are the higher grades of achievement. May our life be filled with all these fulfillments. Think. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानाम् ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ॐ भवयेव भवानिति मे नितराम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदम् ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे ॐ तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं सनातनधर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्ननिर्मूलन पूर्वक वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां शाश्वतरूपेण सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्करभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनसाधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थम् ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतम नित्यम नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम् अथ प्रथमोऽध्याय पारायणार्थे मित्रों फर्स्ट चैप्टर how many we have chanted yesterday 8 9 10 enjoyed ॐ संयुक्तमेतत्क्षरमक्षरं च व्यक्ताव्यक्तं भरते विश्वमीशः अनीशश्चात्मा बध्यते भोक्तृभावात् ज्ञात्वा देवम् उच्यते सर्वपाशैः ज्ञाज्ञौ द्वावजावीशनीशौ अजाह्येका भोक्तृभोग्यार्थयुक्ता अनन्तश्चात्मा विश्वरूपो ह्यकर्ता त्रयं यदा विन्दते ब्रह्ममेतत् क्षरं प्रधानममृताक्षरं हरः क्षरात्मानावीशते देव एकः तस्याभिध्यानात् योजनात् तत्त्वभावात् भूयश्चान्ते विश्वमाया निवृत्तिः Om Atha Chaturthodhyaya. Beautiful mantra. Let us enjoy this 18th one to study it with Bhashyam. What is the Sambandha Bhashyam? Kalatraye api muktau pralayadau cha paramatma kutastha. Paramatma is there, is kutavat tishtati, like the anvil, is as he is always, without an iota of change in him. In all three periods of time, when the creation is there, and in that creation, when some jivas are trying and achieving the moksha sthiti, or when the whole creation has gone into its mula karana prakriti in the pralaya. At all the three periods, the most interesting thing is Paramatma is there and he is kutastha. अब देखो, this is such a indicative sublime thought for an intelligent student, that how can it happen that the Paramatma remains as he is when the dynamic world is getting created, maintained, and dissolved? How can he be kutastha? A thinker understands that it's possible only when the entire dynamic world of creation, maintenance, and distribution are not actual happenings, they are only projections. And like is kutastha, with so many serials that are created and destroyed by you by changing the channels throughout the day. How is it possible that the screen is kutastha, anvil, unchanging, remaining the same throughout the day for 10 years? 10 साल हो गए मैं टीवी लाकर, 10 साल में कितने प्रोग्राम देखा? कम से कम 10,000, because दिन भर वही करता हूँ. But how come the screen has not got destroyed or changed? How is it same kutastha? Because the entire cinemas were projected on. Then only the other thing, the substratum remains kutastha without change. And why the rope is as it is? Why it has not become poisonous? Or why has it not become very tender like the flower when you see the garland on it? Or when you see the snake? Because the snake and garland were projection on the rope. That's why the poison of the snake never touched the rope, nor the softness of the flowers of the garland touched the rope. In the same way, Bhagavan is kutastha is enough for us to understand that the whole thing is so much, all these things that are happening are नथिंग बट द प्रोजेक्शंस, नॉट रियल contemplate करना होता है. So भगवान इज कूटस्थ इति निश्चयात, having this nischaya in us. Therefore jagrat swapnayorapi, in both jagrata and swapna, bhrantya sadvitiyatva avabhasa, same thing. In jagrata and swapna, whatever the dvitiya is there, because of which we are having samsara, that is bhranti and avabhasa. Yaad rakho, in the ekamevadvaya brahma recognized state and also in nidra sthiti, there is no samsara. And in Jagrat and Swapna, there is samsara. What was that which was absent in Nidra and Mukta Avastha? What is present in Jagrat Swapna? Because of which there is samsara. If you question it, only two things are understood. One, in Jagrat Swapna, because of that only in the Jagrat Swapna there is samsara. Now this Dvitiya Avabhasa, Dvitiyata, both in Jagrat and Swapna is Bhrantya Avabhasa. It's a Bhranti ki karan, Avabhasa means appearance only, not real. When the substratum is seen, that and that and that and that alone is there. What's Vedanta saying is, on that substratum, remember, other side, through the Panchamahabhutas, the Vastus projected, another side, through the mind, Sankalpas and Kriyas are projected, another side, the Karana Karya are projected. That's how the Karma and Karma Phala, all of them are playing the all nothing but the projection on that Brahman only. In Brahman, none of these are there. That's why he is Kutastha, as said above. So Kalatrayapi Muktau Pralayadau api. परमात्मा कूटस्थः इति निश्चयात् इति निश्चयात् जागरस्वप्नयोरपि भ्रान्त्या सद्वितीयत्व अवभासः वस्तुतः तो सदा निर्भेदः एव इति वस्तुतः in reality सदा always निर्भेदः the भेदरहित एकमा एव अद्वितीय परमात्मा alone is there. What's our problem? Problem is, but how come the activities all of them are happening? In the TV screen also the activities are happening, no? The actions also projection only there. In the TV screen cinema में कोई बीज रोपाई करते हो पौधा होता है ना? You see that, no? That also projection. ये भी वैसा ही. हमको इतना ये सब देखकर ये real लगता है, like I'm talking. So really you are talking. Even this talking is not there in the absolute reality. Now this is the mantra. Yada tamastanna divana ratrihi nasanna chasan shiva eva kevalah tadaksharam tat saviturvarenyam prajna cha tasmat prasruta purani. Again, yada tamastanna divana ratrihi nasanna chasan shiva eva kevalah तदक्षरं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं प्रज्ञा च तस्मात् प्रसृता पुराणी. Yesterday of this mantra, the literal meaning we saw, we have to study it with Bhashyam. Okay. Let us again go through mantra, 2 minutes, फिर भाष्य देखते हैं. यदा अतमः, यदा अतमः. Yada atamaha means we with our efforts reach to that stage of atamaha where there is no tamas. Tat, at that time, when we with our efforts have reached to a stage of atamaha, yada atamaha, जब अतमह स्थिति को हम हमारे अंदर निर्माण करते हैं, that's the sadhana. Yada atamaha. Tat. At that time, na diva na ratri. At that time, the concepts of day and night. Na san na asan. The concepts of sthaula and sukshma, all of them are not there. And what is there then? Shiva eva kevala. See how indicative, mystical are the words that are employed by the rishi of that time. One side is trying to make the thing simple and give so many details and repeatedly explain to us about the truth. Other side, in some of the portions like this, how poetically, indicatively he is saying. Yada atamaha means that state of being where which you achieve, where there is no more tamaha. At that time, there neither day nor night, nor sat, not asat. Then क्या है उस समय? कुछ नहीं है. शिव एव केवल. The most auspicious self alone is there at that time. Then tad aksharam. That Shiva Swarupa Tattva is the only one which is akshara. Imperishable. Then tat savituhu varenyam. For you to apprehend it, an expression of it is that most bright, brilliant resplendence of Bhagavan Surya Kanti. Savituhu varenyam. Okay? Like the Kanti, be attentive, of that Surya, this Atamasthiti, this Shivasthiti, this Aksharasthiti is like that Surya Prakasha, is what? Prajna. And this Prajna, Anubhava Prajna as well as Bauddhika Prajna, right from the beginning of the manifestation of the world till now, through the Guru Parampara, it's being continuously prasruta. This is in contrast with, you know, Gita, what I said in 15th chapter. There the samsara vrukshaha prasruta is said. Prasruta means prasarita, means continuously going on happening. And adhaschordham prasrutaha tasya shakaha guna pravruddha vishaya prabalaha. Again, adhashta moolat अनुसंततानि कर्मानुबंधीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च संप्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असंगशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रवत्ते यतः अगेन प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी. देर द प्रवृत्ति का प्रसरण का बात हो रहा है. यहाँ प्रज्ञा का प्रसरण का बात हो रहा है. प्रसरण मीन्स communicating it to the next generation, next generation, next generation of the disciples by the gurus. That prajna. That prajna itself is Akshara Paramatma. That Akshara Paramatma itself is Kutastha. Sorry, what is it here? Shiva Eva Kevala. And that is achieved by us by our sadhana. That sadhana से अचूड़ स्थिति को और एक नाम है अतमः स्थिति. And in that, na san, na asan, and neither diva na ratri. So yada atamaha, tat na diva, tat na ratri, tat na sat, tat na asat, tat kevala shivaha, tat sakshi, tat varenyam savituhu, tat prajnacha. Sa prajnacha. That prajna is tasmat prasruta purani. Continuously. See, it's a two ways. One way, in spite of all the creations, dissolutions, individual total happening millions of times, still the substratum, the prajna, the akshara parabrahma tattva is always there as kutastha. Second is that kutastha akshara brahma, siddhanta jnana, is being communicated right from beginning by the gurus to the next generation of disciples. Third, those disciples having heard from the guru have realized that atavastiti by their own sadhana. And they became gurus and they continued teaching to their disciples. So in this way, through Guru Shishya Parampara, that prajna regarding Akshara Parabrahma Tattva is prasruta. It's in between Rukukaryamatare. That is why I am also teaching you. You learn it. You realize that state of Tama, the uh, state of Atamaha, which is beyond Sadada Sat, which is beyond Divaratri. And being established in it, you do the prachara, prasruti of this only to your next generation. तो यदा तमस्तन्न दिवानरात्रिः न सन्न चासन् शिव एव केवलः तदक्षरं तत् सवितुर्वरेण्यं प्रज्ञा च तस्मात् प्रसृता पुराणे. तो ये हो गया श्लोक का लिटरल मीनिंग. अब इसी का भाष्य से देखो, थोड़ा सा आज थोड़ा सा कल. नाउ भगवान शंकरा's भाष्य यदा इति. Yada is the word with which this mantra is starting. 18th of that I am giving the Bhashyam. Please listen, understand carefully. Yes, sir, we are ready. Please teach us. Are you ready? Yeah. Now listen. What is it? Yada. Yada means what? Yasyam avastayam. In that state of being. Okay, Yada means yasyam avastayam. In that state of avastha, state of being. Immediately the next word is atamaha. How that atamaha sthiti is achieved through sadhana. That's what is beautifully explained in 3 lines by Bhagwan Shankar. थोड़ा उसका पारायण करो, फिर एक्सप्लेनेशन देखो. atamaha means what? न तमः अस्या इति atamaha. न तमः अस्या इति atamaha. Atamaha means tamarahitya sthiti. How that tamorahitya sthiti is achieved? Atamaha sthiti is achieved. कि तत्वमस्यादि वाक्य जन्य ज्ञानेन दीपस्थानीयेन दग्ध अविद्या तत्कार्य रूप तमस्कत्वात् तदा तत्काले. These 3 lines are the explanations of यदा अतमः तदा न दिवा न रात्रि. यदा अतमः तदा तत् न दिवा न रात्रि. न सन्न चासन शिव एव केवलः. They are the subsequent lines. In this line, atama sthiti we have to achieve. Is atama means therefore technically ajnana rahitya sthiti is equal to shuddha jnana sthiti, prajna sthiti. How it is achieved? Tattvamasyaadi vakya janya jnanena. Tattvamasyaadi vakya janya jnanena. That jnana both Siddhantika and through sadhana anubhavika. Which jnana? Tattvamasyaadi vakya janya. This Tattvamasyaadi vakya, who teaches us? The Guru. We will have to contemplate we only. And what is there in Tattvamasi Mahavakya? We are indicated about through the Bhagatyaga Lakshana, the Lakshyartha. तत्वमसि महावाक्य का लक्ष्यार्थ क्या है? कि यू आर दैट ब्रह्मन. सो द तत्वमसि महावाक्य जन्य ज्ञानेन, एंड दिस ज्ञान दैट आई एम ब्रह्मन, which is the outcome of the research, inquiry, contemplation on the Mahavakya Tattvamasi as taught and guided by the Guru. That Tattvamasyadi Mahavakya Jnana, Janya Jnana is compared with Deepavat. Deepasthaniyena. You consider it as the Deepa. Naturally, when it is pitch darkness, when you put on that lamp or the diya jalaoge, तो the tamaha को चला जाता है कि नहीं? Therefore, we are in tamaha, ignorance. So the deepa is being lit in us. That deepa is jnana deepa. And that jnana, which jnana? Tattvamasyaadi mahavakya janya jnana. Means Tattvamasi Mahavakya we heard from the Guru, we contemplated on it within our own heart, then it led us to that jnana, that Aham Brahmas. That jnana is Deepasthaniyana jnana. Because of the arrival of this Deepasthaniya jnana, that tamaha which was there is gone. Therefore, is atamasthiti. So, if the Tattvamasyadi Mahavakya Janya Jnana is the Deepasthana, then what was the Tamaha? Tamahavatareha Deepasthanena Dagdha, burnt away, eliminated. What is eliminated? Atamas. That's why that state is called Atamaha. So, Yada Atamaha means Yasyam Avasthayam Atamaha. So, what is that avastha? Tamorahitya avastha. Why the Tamorahitya? Because the Deepa Prajvalana happened. Which Deepa? Jnana Deepa. How it is lit? Through the contemplation on Tattvamasi Mahavakya. So through the contemplation of Tattvamasi Mahavakya, when the Jnana Deepa Prajvalana happened, it burnt away. What? Tamaha. What is Tamaha? Avidya Tat Karya Rupa. The avidya and its karya of Dvaita, Dvandva, entire Panchamahabhuta Krita Bahya Srishti, entire Panchakosha, which we have personally, all of that is the karya of that is Tamaha. So avidya tatkarya is a Tamaha. इसका जलना हो जाता है. So dagdha avidya tatkarya रूप तमस्कत्वात्. That is the meaning of atama. So यदा atama तत्काले उस टाइम क्या होगा? What is the mantra now? Yada atamaha is explained now. Na divana ratrihi. What is na divana ratrihi? Tatkale na diva means diva aropopi na ast. There is no projection of the daytime or jagrada avastha. The jagrada avastha starts from our tadatmya with the stula sharira, our recognition of the stula jagat, and our giving reality to it and our involvement in it. अब जब ज्ञान दीप प्रज्वलन हो गया, where I discovered myself to be that conscious self, where is the deha tadatmya? Then where can there be any stula jagat? Then how can there be the jagrada avastha? Therefore, tatkale na diva, diva aropi na nasti, na asti. So too na ratri. What is the ratri avastha? Where we go into the bija avastha, the avidya avastha. So when I have realized to my own essential conscious self, how can there be the nidra avastha, bija vasana avastha? होगा नहीं ना. Therefore, neither jagrada avastha nor sushupti avastha. Neither Vishwa nor Prajna. अब विश्व प्राज्ञ नहीं है तो ऑब्वियसली द इन बिटवीन वाला तेजसा स्टैंड्स रिजेक्टेड. दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ यदा तमः तद न दिवा न रात्रिः. देयरफॉर न अस्ति न रात्रिः तद आरोपोपि न अस्ति इति. सर्वत्र अनुसंगः तद आरोपः न अस्ति. That superimposition is no more there, no more there. You add it everywhere. In the same way, nasan nasa nachasan, nasan satta aropopi, nasa asan abhava aropopi. So something with the name and form, sat कहते हैं उसको. That also is not there, na asat. Nor that there is nothing at all. So sat ka arop, we can call it as gross. Asat ka aropa, we can call it as subtle. So gross and subtle also are not there. So the sthula, Jagrat Swapna Avastha, very subtle, unmanifest, Sushupti Avastha, that you can call is Asat. Both of them are not there. So na diva, na ratri, na Jagrat Avastha, na Sushupti Avastha, na sthula, na karana. In between the Sukshma also. All of them are rejected. So immediately the Supapurya Pakshi will ask a question. So then everything is empty only. बिकॉज जागृत नहीं है, स्थूल नहीं है, स्वप्न नहीं है, सूक्ष्म नहीं है, सुषुप्ति नहीं है, कारण मूल नहीं है. सो यू नीड टू से दैट स्टेट इज स्टेट ऑफ वाइडनेस, एम्प्टीनेस. नो 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 नो, शिव एव केवल. दैट इज द स्टेट ऑफ शिवत्वम. Tva. It's not an empty state, isn't it? People following the Buddha, wrongly following the Buddha. What exactly Buddha said, Buddha only knows. But what the Buddhas they understood, they only know. What they said was Shunya Shunya. What Buddha said is half right. Shunya means devoid of. Devoid of means what? Not absolute Shunya. Shunya means nothing other than the self. They missed that point. Therefore, the Buddhists believe the Shunyavad. How can there be Shunya? Like when I am sent to a room, देख के आओ कोई है, तो मैं कहता हूँ कोई नहीं है. अरे when I say मैं कहता हूँ कोई नहीं है, the meaning of it is what? कोई नहीं है other than me. That other than me कोई नहीं है means मैं हूँ. Therefore, in that Shunyavada, there's nothing means nothing other than the self. That other than the self, they must it. They hold on to only nothingness. Nihilist they are called. Shunyavadin कहते हैं. And simple, laughable, it is common sense. How can from Shunya something comes? That was our Mandukya Upanishad. From Shunya something cannot come. That was the Nyaya Vaisheshika rejected. And from something also something cannot come. Because something already is there. Then what is the whole creation according to Mandukya? It is only a projection. A very good discussion nowadays going on there. Anyway, come to this point. Yada atamaha means by listening to Tattvasi Mahavakya from the Guru and contemplating on that, when the Ham Brahmasmi Dhyana Deepa Prajwalana happens, then it burns away the tamaha, the andhakara of avidya and tatkarya. When that state of self is realized, at that time, na diva, na ratri, na sun, na asan. So diva and sun, they go together. Ratri and asat, they go together. So diva and sat means gross and subtle, manifest, tangible, perceived. Ratri means the causal, unmanifest, the avidya and vasanas. Both of them are not there. So when all of them are removed, is it an absolute void? No, 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 no. Shiva. And not only Shiva, Shiva Eva. Not only Shiva Eva, Shiva Eva Kevalaha. Therefore, it is only by not understanding Tattvasi Mahavakya and through that the Brahman that the Stula Sukshma Karana are so substantially, solidly projected. And again, our problem, million times we discussed it, just because it is giving Vyavaharika Upayogata, that we take it as so real. And all the Vyavaharika Upayogita is only for the Stula Sharira and Indriyas only. They are also projected on the reality. है ना? जैसे कि the mango I put on my tongue. So I enjoyed it. I tasted it. It is so tasty. How can you say the mango is unreal? Because of the experience is coming to us, we say it is real. अरे जिस टंग पे तुमने रखा वो टंग भी प्रोजेक्टेड है और जो टेस्ट आपको लग रहा है वो भी प्रोजेक्टेड है. On what is? So on the is, one side the mango is projected. On is, other side the tongue is projected. On third side, on the is, the taste is projected. So mango is, tongue is, mango landed on the tongue, and the taste is sweet or sour, whatever. अब इज पे ही सब प्रोजेक्टेड है. बट हम इसके इतने आदत ही हो गए ना कि व्यवहार के कारण जगत को सत्य मानना तुरंत हमारे पल्ले नहीं पड़ता ये बात कि इन स्पाइट ऑफ ऑल द व्यवहारिक experiences, still the world is not real. Though not experienceable like the Vyavaharik Vastupadis, still the Brahman alone is real. To break these two shackles, to achieve the breakthroughs is so tough. The whole Upanishad is doing that relentlessly. You and I are also listening. Now for us, we are just reaching to that room. अब चाबी लगा के घुमा के ताला खोल के दरवाजा खोल के अंदर देखना. by coming to the class regularly, we are only trying to open the Kilakam or this Argala. Argala is lock. Slowly it will get opened. And that's why million examples we give. Key, thousands of examples. Millions of waves you see in ocean. Yet, are they not all one water? Thousands of ornaments we see, but yet, are they not one gold? When you say ornament, every aspect of ornament. Or an idol you take. If you take an idol made about a human being के सर से लेकर पांव तक, every anga pratyanga, is it not the same one gold only? That way the knowledge will dawn to us through Tattvasi Mahavakya. This substratum of everything is one Kevala Atma. Then Tad Aksharam, Tat Saviturvarenyam, Prajnacha Tasmat Prasuta Purani. The meaning of these two lines we will study tomorrow. Very good discussion it is. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. That's great friends, your patience appreciated. गीता पढ़ेंगे थोड़ा सा.